first into this big one right here. Big artery. You know what it's called? Starts with a C.
Clavian?
No, I'm not asking the subclavian. The celiac. Very big, very easy artery. Be easy to identify that. It's not connected to any mesenteries. It's not inside any membranes. It's just loose. And then it goes up, and it's the thing that branches into all of these arteries that supply a lot of these digestive organs here. So the celiac branches into this pink one that goes to the stomach. Guess what it's called? Gastric artery. Easy, okay? It also branches into this pink one that goes to the liver, which is called the hepatic. Hepatic. Anything to do with liver is hepatic. Hepatic artery goes there. Yep.
This shark is running into your leg.
That's all right. Okay. Okay. So then there's one more, and this is probably the longest word on the whole list. Okay? Oh. Pancreatico-mesenteric artery. Okay? It's in the mesentery. See how it's in a membrane? It's in the mesentery, and it's headed for the pancreas. So pancreatico-mesenteric. There it is, right there. Okay. That's going to be that'll be a multiple choice one. Okay.
Okay.
So you don't have to worry about remembering. How
Wait,
to
so the
spell
basic
that.
ones are going to be fill in the blank, but then harder ones are.
Exactly. Okay. Yes. Yeah. So I'm going to expect you to know how to spell stomach. Okay. And liver. And bile. Yes.
Are you going to have like a bunch of sharks just laid out on each table?
Yes. You understand how the test is laid out? Have I told you all about that?
Yeah,
I think I have.
Yeah.
Okay. So you'll have pans of sharks, and next to each pan there'll be a piece of paper taped to the table, and you'll have your sheet with you that you're carrying around. And the question will have to do with the pins that are in the shark, and there'll be different pins in every shark. You get 3 minutes per question, and then you move on to the next. Okay. Some other good ones to know. Okay, so if I were to point to this yellow one on the intestine, what would you call that? Logically. Just logically. Intestinal vein. Good. Okay. Another good vein. This yellow one here coming from the liver. Hepatic portal, actually. Hepatic portal, right.
Trick question.
Hepatic portal vein goes from, well, if you can at least remember hepatic, you might get half credit, okay? So hepatic portal vein carries deoxygenated blood and also some urea back from here and goes down to the carotids eventually. Cardinals, excuse me. Okay. The last three that I will ask, and that are a little bit difficult to learn, are down here. Remember what this membrane's called?
Peritoneum.
The peritoneum is what's lining the skin that's lining the whole inside of the muscles, right? That's all peritoneum there, if I could pull that up. An outgrowth of the peritoneum is the mesenteries, and the biggest one is the mesogaster. The mesogaster holds all these digestive organs in place. Okay. There's a couple vessels that are in the mesogaster. You see them right here? See? Okay. The first one that comes off is predictably called the anterior mesenteric artery. Okay? It goes to the intestine. It takes oxygenated blood to the intestine. Easy. The second one that comes off here, crosses under that first one and goes to the spleen. This is called the lienogastric artery. Okay. Then if you go down further, remember this little guy here?
Rectal gland.
Rectal gland that regulates salt, right?
A little hot dog.
Yeah. Okay.
No.
Salt regulator. Here's the last one. This is the posterior mesenteric, right? So, anterior mesenteric, lienogastric, posterior mesenteric. Okay? Okay. I removed lienomesenteric vein from the list. You can cross it off.
Okay.
I removed the renal arteries and the archanephric ducts from your list as well. So you can cross those off. I removed the subclavian arteries because I couldn't find any. I know where they are. They're just not showing up. Okay? So the things that I've just showed you are the things that I'll ask. Okay?
So now like the kidneys. Like
No, I haven't showed you everything, but I've given you a lot of it.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you.